War is often defined by the men who rise above it, their names etched into history as legends. But what happens when a hero's story is intertwined with the horrors of a brutal regime? In the skies above the Eastern Front, one man would carve his name into the annals of aviation history forever, becoming a symbol of skill, precision, and deadly efficiency. Yet as we remember his remarkable feats, we must also confront the shadow of the war that shaped him. Erich Hartmann was born on April 19, 1922, in the serene hills of Bavaria, Germany. Raised in a military family, it was almost preordained that he would follow a path towards a career in the military. His father, a former officer, installed in him a sense of duty and precision. As a young man, Hartmann was drawn to the skies, and in 1940 he joined the Luftwaffe, eager to serve his country in a time of rising conflict. In the early days of World War II, the air war had become so brutal. By 1942, Hartmann was sent to the Eastern Front, where the stakes were high. The skies were perilous. It was there, in the depths of Soviet territory, that Hartmann would rise to legendary status. To truly understand Hartmann's unmatched success, we need to look at the aircraft that would become an extension of himself. Introduced in 1937, the Bf 109 was the backbone of the Luftwaffe's fighting force. Known for its speed, firepower, and manoeuvrability, it quickly became a feared predator in the skies. Most Bf 109s were armed with a powerful 20mm cannon and 7.92mm machine guns. The Bf 109 allowed Hartmann to adopt a precise sniper-like approach to aerial combat. Its performance and reliability made it a vital asset, allowing Hartmann to engage Soviet bombers and Allied fighters and everything in between. The thing is with Hartmann, he wasn't just a pilot, he was a tactician. Unlike many aces who thrived on aggressive dogfights, Hartmann was known for his patience. He would wait, carefully watching the enemy, looking for the perfect opportunity to strike. His methodical approach, calculated and precise, stood in stark contrast against the chaos of battle. While others engaged in risky, chaotic, close-quarter dogfights, Hartmann preferred the art of precision. He would wait for the perfect shot, often from a distance. This tactical genius allowed him to conserve ammunition and, more importantly, to survive. His careful, disciplined style led to an unprecedented 352 aerial kills, the highest tally ever achieved by a fighter ace. But no story about Erich Hartmann is complete without addressing the moral complexity of his service. Hartmann was a member of the Luftwaffe, the air force of Nazi Germany, a force that played a pivotal role in the horrors of the Third Reich. While Hartmann was not a member of the Nazi Party, nor its ideological leadership, he fought under a regime responsible for atrocities that would scar Europe forever. His victories in the sky helped maintain the Luftwaffe's power during a time of unimaginable violence. Many of Hartmann's comrades, and even some of his superiors, were not fervent Nazis. Some would say Hartmann was just following orders. But was it enough to just serve his country? Or was he complicit in something far darker? Hartmann may not have been part of the Nazi ideology, but his service supported the very system that caused the war and ended millions of lives. The question remains, can you separate the man from the regime? Can we honour his skill while confronting the legacy of his service? Despite the moral dilemmas, Hartmann's skill was undeniable. His greatest success came on the Eastern Front, particularly during the Battle of Stalingrad and the Siege of Sevastopol. These were not just victories in the air, they were about survival, strategy, and sheer determination. Hartmann's strategies were simple, but effective. Stay calm, stay focused, and strike when the odds are in your favour. His cool-headedness in the heat of battle allowed him to outlast opponents who were driven by emotion and adrenaline. As the war neared its end, Hartmann's luck would run out. Not in combat, but due to a mechanical failure. On April 8, 1945, his aircraft was damaged, forcing him to land behind enemy lines. After a tense and harrowing capture by Soviet forces, Hartmann's combat career came to a tragic end. For the next decade, Hartmann was held in Soviet captivity. He endured harsh conditions, but his resolve never wavered. After 10 years in captivity, he was finally released in 1955. After his release, Hartmann returned to Germany, where he helped shape the newly formed Bundesluftwaffe. His experience and mentorship were crucial in training the next generation of pilots in modern warfare tactics. Hartmann's contributions to the aviation world remain undeniable, yet his legacy is complicated. A hero to some, a soldier of a brutal regime to others, his story forces us to confront the intersection of personal duty, military service, and the ideological machine of war. From the skies of the Eastern Front to the history books of aviation, Eric Hartmann remains a towering figure, but as we remember his victories, we must also remember the moral complexities of his service. A man of extraordinary skill, complicated by the realities of war. Thank you for joining us as we explored the life, aircraft, and the legacy of Eric Hartmann.